What's up, folks? Welcome back to Laser Focus Solutions. I am Christopher Godwin, your host, and we are going to today talk about day 2 of the deck build and day 2 of the gazebo build. That's right, we're doing 2 jobs at once on a hot week. But before I get started, wanted to share with you a pretty cool coin. Check that thing out. Bam! That's right, Laser Focus Solutions coin with the laser beams coming out of their freaking heads, because that's how we roll, folks. But wait, there's more. It's got a QR code on the back. Hit that up on your phone and let me see what you see, because I know I see it, but I'm curious to see if you can see it. So day 2 on the deck build. How do we do? Well, this morning we started a little bit early. Went ahead and delivered about 15 bags of concrete to the location where the guys went ahead and dug out 4 holes, 3 for the foundation of the deck and 1 for the posts. Went ahead and set that in place, and this evening we will be submitting for the permit process, right? So we'll be submitting for the inspection of the forms. So once that's done, we get the green light on that, we'll start framing, where we're going to need to then reschedule another inspection for the framing end of it. Reason being is because this deck is low to the ground, so we're going to need to go ahead and just get that done as well. From the gazebo perspective, that's where my attention went. So once I left dropping the concrete off, headed over to the gazebo job, and I made an honest attempt of creating a good video for all of y'all, but the audio wasn't on. So epic fail on my part. That was pretty cool. I'm trying, I'm learning, but it didn't work out so well. So I definitely feel like there is value in that. I also, on one of my coaching calls I was on today, it also spoke to doing videos, which is a great idea, actually. When you're doing one-offs, just to record yourself, and that way when you staff employees or anything you want to remember on, you can kind of go back on that video and archive it. You can also upload it to your Google to create the SOPs and then transcribe it out. So just a lot of cool things I continue to learn. If I can pass it on to you folks, if you're in the business or you're just a DIYer, average person trying to step up your game. Sometimes every once in a while I drop nuggets. Today I dropped coins. So the gazebo build was interesting because the way the directions from Costco read is it speaks to a 7-inch column post. So my assumption was all along, this is a 7-inch post that we're dealing with. So I'm dealing with a 16-inch sonotube, 16-inch round, and I need to get this thing center. So where I kept getting off in my measurements was, it speaks to 11 feet from the back end of the one side of the post to the opposite end, back end on the other end, right? So outside edge to outside edge, post to post, it's telling me 11 feet. Then it says inside edge to inside edge, post to post, it's 9 foot 8 and 1/8. Really, gotta go for the 1/8. I mean, that's messed up. I got a lazy eye. I can't see eighths. You know what I mean? I gotta phone a friend. I got a 50-50. I don't even know what to do with an 1/8, man. Come on, round up or round down. Do me a favor. So we went ahead and just really checked it out, right? We spray painted the grass first, made sure we were even off the house. Again, just make sure this thing's squared up. And what we were trying to accomplish as well is we're working within the existing backyard space, right? So there's an existing pavement patio set that was set down by previous. So we're trying to kind of take off of that and go into the yard further. So we got it as close to that pavers as we could without messing with those. And it was a success. We went ahead and got all 4 holes dug today. It was a hot one. The client was super, super awesome. She let out a bowl with some ice in it and some seltzers and, Gatorades and whatever else. And I was thinking to myself, man, how do people drink alcohol and then work on days like today? Because I don't. And I'm telling you, I was dragging. Like that digging bar and that shovel, for all that, I was like, man, I need to step up my game and get more business and buy me a dingo. And if you don't know what a dingo is, Dingo was his name-o. So a dingo is basically a walk behind, similar to a bobcat. You can walk behind, and it has different attachments, right? So in this case, I would have brought the auger attachment. I would have, rode that thing out to the yard and then let her eat. You know what I mean? Let her just jump right on down in that ground and just nom, 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 like Pac-Man. So that's kind of what day 2 looked like. So now we're at a holding pattern for the deck job. As I said, I'm going to submit for the inspection for the forms. For the gazebo job, I need to wait until Thursday. Tomorrow the offices in the county are closed, so my inspection is Thursday at 2. So I can't do anything further until the inspector comes out and sees physically my hole and make sure that my hole is indeed the minimum requirement of 14 inches, which I did 16. And then also, it needed to be 12 inches deep, right? So, and then what I did was I bought these, they're called sonotubes. And because the ground is not level, I'm going to set the highest part of the ground all the way in 12 inches tight to the grass. And then the other bottom end, I'm going to have that sonotube stick out a little bit. And the sonotube is nothing more than a cardboard barrel, let's call it, that basically keeps the concrete in the form as it comes up out of the ground. So if you've ever seen light poles in shopping centers and you wonder how do they get it that way, sonotubes. They went ahead and set those sonotubes in the ground. They run their electric pipes up in the middle. They set their posts in. They're all rod in for the bolt pattern that fits the spec of the light, and then they go ahead and pour the concrete in. So in this case, we don't have any of those things. All we have to worry about is just setting the sonotubes. And again, what we're going for is level. There's no real room for error, because once we set this Costco gazebo on and we build up from there, that's going to dictate how we finish out the product. So went ahead and figured out, again, it's about patterns. It's about understanding the consistencies of the build. And in this case, because I'm dealing with a 16-inch round sonotube, I needed to be 4 inches in on all sides, and that's going to be where my post is going to lay. So I went ahead and dug the first hole, and then from there I remeasured. Even though I marked out, temporarily with the yard paint, painting line paint, I went ahead and just still measured back out just to be 100% sure that when we set these and pour concrete and we go to build around it, we're going to be 4 inches in all the way around, so we'll be center. And then from there, we're going to need to drill in, lag bolts to anchor this thing down. So that will be also inspected as well. So the rest of the week, we got other things to work on, and we got a couple more jobs to work on. So one of which is going to be replacing some rod on a windowsill, as well as in a home, we have a kick plate that's also rotted out as well. So we're going to go ahead and get that going. And then I might move a couple jobs up from next week, just because of the way this is working out with the deck and the gazebo being pushed out a little bit, right, because of inspections. So I might pull a job forward from next week to free myself up for the following, for the deck and the gazebo. But then we also have some other stuff to work on as well. We always got stuff to work on. So, I got estimates over here to do. I'm down here in my office as we speak. It's after hours. This is typically when the videos go out. This is typically when the videos are recorded. And this is a day in life, right? This is day 2 of the 2 outside projects that required permits and inspections. And you could just see what it looks like from, the holding pattern, right? It's a hurry up and wait game. It's not as easy as just let's go, and that's sometimes I think homeowners need to understand that a little bit, right? Because I think we all, the family with the gazebo, I want them to enjoy that gazebo. They want to enjoy that gazebo, and they're awesome, super awesome clients, super understanding. It's just, again, it's a shame because we probably could have put this thing up, 3-4 weeks ago. But again, the township requires permits and we're going to oblige, right? So what we do. So just wanted to shoot this off and leave a comment below of what the QR code, where does it go, folks? And let me know. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, do what you do, and continue to do what I do, and just try to bring you good content, try to improve in my content game each and every video that I do. In the future, we'll be changing mics and we'll be changing headsets and all different kinds of stuff, but right now this is live coming from you from my iPhone, right? You gotta start somewhere. I can't go out and spend a lot of money on this kind of stuff to get this thing going. So we're just going to continue to share, right? Just share, improve, and get better. And looking for ideas as well. So tomorrow I'll do or next time I'm out on that deck job and the gazebo job as well, I'll do my best to do a better job at making sure audio is on, and that way I can give you some live field content. And then we're also going to be doing some more videos as well, just from the field. I hear a lot of people speak to, oh man, what's that look like? What's it like out there? So this job today was wild. I mean, just carrying the tools around back, the yard, it's an exercise in itself. No lie. I mean, you think about all the stuff you got to carry and bring to the job, right? So that's where we are. All right. Peace.